Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Richard Kelly. I am with Forge on the Inspire Committee, and we're back for our segment called Forge Cares, where we interact with local Topeka organizations, learn a little bit more about them and how Forge members can assist and how we can get involved with the Topeka community. Today, I have with me Guy Niederhauser. He is account manager with the Community Blood Center here in Topeka and is the account manager for the Topeka location. Guy, thanks for joining us this morning.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very welcome. First off, Guy, just to kind of give a bit of a preface, tell the Forge members a little bit about the Community Blood Center of Topeka and what you guys do and where you're located at.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been working with Community Blood Center since the beginning of the year. Community Blood Center is the local blood bank for the Kansas City metro area. We cover the metro from from western Missouri through eastern Kansas. We go from Topeka basically through central Missouri, basically. And I cover the Topeka area and the surrounding rural communities. I've been getting to know Topeka. I work out of our Kansas City office, but I'm in Topeka a couple of days a week, setting up blood drives and getting in with our businesses, churches, high schools, and in our communities to try to get all of the blood that we can to our local hospitals. Community Blood Center services all of the local hospitals in and around Topeka and the Kansas City metro area.
Wow, wow. And your Topeka location, if I'm understanding correctly, is located off of 29th and Wanamaker here in Topeka, out kind of near the 29th and Wanamaker corridor near the shopping center there. Can you tell folks exactly where you're located?
Yep, no, that's right. It's at off of Wanamaker and 29th, and they're open. Oh, I think I should know those hours off the top of my head, but of course I
That's
don't.
okay.
But they're open 7 days a week. You can schedule yourself an appointment if you go to savealifenow.org. You can walk in pretty much at any time. We've got staff there ready to take you whenever you're interested. Or you can go to savealifenow.org and find a blood drive. We've got blood drives going on almost every day, somewhere around the Topeka area. If that's something you're interested in doing so.
Awesome. And maybe for folks that haven't given blood before, this is something new for them. Kind of talk about that. I mean, it's a pretty seamless experience, right?
Yeah, so I know a lot of people who haven't given blood before. It sounds like it can sound kind of scary. The thought of somebody sticking a needle in your arm. I know the thought is a little intimidating, but we actually have a new campaign coming out this month actually, and it's called it's the general theme is things that hurt more than giving blood, and it's really one of the things is. That we've been joking about in the office is stepping on a Lego. I know a lot of us did it as kids, and it hurts a lot, right? And really, it's a lot of credit due to our phlebotomists, the people who actually stick the needle in folks' arms, because they're really good at their job, and they take a lot of care. They look after our donors very well. They take a lot of time and precision and effort to find the veins well, to make sure that you're feeling good, that you're calm, and they lay you back and make sure that you're comfortable. And really, more often than not, for the most part, you don't even feel the needle go in. So you'll come in, you'll get some history done, you'll go through some health questions, you'll fill out some forms, of course. And then you'll hop on the bed and you're on there usually for about 10 minutes or so. Some people it's a little longer than that, but the whole process from beginning to end is usually about 45 minutes to an hour. And one whole blood donation can save up to 3 lives. So it's
Awesome.
really, it's a really easy way to make a really big impact in the life of area patients for sure. So.
Absolutely. And doing a bit of research, and this is something Forge members would probably want to know. Topeka and the surrounding locations are direly in need of of those donations at that time. Is it at this time? Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the beginning of June, I believe it was on the 10th, Community Blood Center declared a blood shortage emergency. Um, we like to have a week's worth of blood on hand at any given time, so that we can provide for our area hospitals, like I said. Right now, we have less than 3 days worth of blood
Wow.
on hand. And that's a result of, unsurprisingly, of the pandemic. Um, we have regular donors who come in, who give with us on a regular basis. A lot of people, once they come in and they realize that it's not so scary, it's not so intimidating, they come back time and time again. And like I said, we get our blood from high schools, from churches, from businesses. And during the pandemic, all of that changed, right? Kids weren't in school, churches weren't meeting in person, and people were working from home. So what happened during the pandemic is that we weren't able to find those donors to give us that blood on a regular basis. And so in the last couple months, all of our area hospitals have resumed normal business. They've started doing all those surgeries that people put off during the pandemic, and they've started getting back to their normal, like I said, their normal business. The problem is that all of our donors who we're used to seeing on a regular basis haven't returned. We've lost 25,000 donors since the beginning, 25,000 donors from that we used to have, pre-pandemic level donors. So we have this imbalance of donors and need for blood at the moment. So that imbalance is causing a real problem at the moment. And so we've declared a blood shortage emergency, and we're asking all eligible donors to, if they're up for it, if they're willing, if they're able, to find a place where they can give anywhere in the Kansas City metro area. We have 7 metro donor locations where they can go in Olathe, Overland Park, Gladstone, and of course in Topeka.
And Guy, an important piece that Forge members are going to want to know about is an event that's going to be coming up on July 22nd here locally at the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library. Just talk a little bit about that event and what Forge members can do to help. I understand it'll be a pretty well all day event from about 10 a.m. till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What have you guys got going on?
That's right. So we've teamed up, Community Blood Center has teamed up with Forge and the Topeka Chamber and Visit Topeka to put together a blood drive. So we have on July 22nd at the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library are putting on a blood drive. We know that we were always in need of particularly young donors. So I don't know what the average age of our donor base is, but it is typically older. The older generations really got the memo on the need for blood. I don't know if that's to do necessarily with being, I don't know where it came from necessarily, but the younger generations haven't gotten the memo as well. So we're really excited to be working with young people and to get them. Because again, once people see that it's not so scary and it doesn't hurt so much, a lot of people want to come back because the impact that you can have with one donation really outweighs the pain of giving blood.
For sure.
So yeah, again, on the 22nd, we're going to have a blood drive at the public library. It's going to be from 10 to 4. And we're going to have a rally that day. So everybody who comes out is going to be entered for this Topeka Staycation raffle. We're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to the Pennant Restaurant, 2 drink cards to Brew Bank, and 2 tickets to the Evel Knievel Museum. So all that included in one giveaway to one eligible donor that day. So we really hope to see some Forge members come out, and do what they can for some area patients in need. So we really hope to see everybody there.
And if Forge members know someone else that might be, keen on coming out as well, I understand, or I would imagine it's also, open to other folks as well, right?
Of course. If you have a friend, if getting your arm stuck with a needle isn't up for you, we would really hope that maybe you could send this on to somebody else, a friend or a family member. who might be interested or might be willing. We don't care who comes out. They don't need to be a Forge member. Everybody's actually here's an interesting statistic for everybody. Only 4% of eligible blood donors actually come out to give blood. Only 4%.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so we really have a hard time reaching the people who could come out to give us blood. So if we can spread the word, if we can get the word out to people that events like this are happening, we'd have a much easier time helping out our hospitals and again, helping our friends and family. Another interesting statistic, 1 in 3 people at some point in their life are going to need a blood transfusion. So if you consider that when you're thinking about where you're going to give, how you're going to give back in your day-to-day life, an hour of your time is going to help somebody in need somewhere down the line. And community blood centers, blood stays local. You're going to help a friend, a family member, somebody that you likely know, or somebody that you know has a connection to. Those that 6
Sure.
degrees of separation, it's going to stay close. So if you care about your community, this is a great way to give back to the Topeka area. So
Awesome. And again, so if folks are interested, there is going to be a Facebook event for the blood drive, but as well, I would imagine walk-ins would be accepted. Would folks be able to complete the paperwork process and so forth when they arrive there at the Marvin Auditorium that day?
oh yeah, there's nothing to do beforehand except make yourself an appointment. We will be taking walk-ins, of course, but with social distancing and the pandemic and everything, we really prefer everybody make appointments. That's easier on staff. It helps you not have to sit around and wait your turn. So if you go to savealifenow.org and search for this July 22nd event, make yourself an appointment. You can just show up at that time and we'll get you right in. You'll be in and out in like I said, in 45 minutes to an hour, no time at all. So
Cool.
that'd be your best way to go about it.
And again, for folks that would like to do this, maybe they can't come on July 22nd. Again, your office hours here in Topeka are open 7 days a week. Is that correct?
That's right.
Good. And as well, one more quick note on that is just how often typically are folks able to provide or give blood?
Yep. So you can give blood every 56 days. And that's just a whole blood donation, just your standard regular donation. And once we've got you in the system, if you had a good experience and you want to give regularly, once we've got you in, we'll shoot you some emails and some text messages and things like that to ask you if you want to give again. So you don't even have to remember. We'll be calling you. So.
And finally, again, can you tell folks again the website where they can go to find out more information on the
Yep.
Community Blood Center, both for Topeka and for the greater Kansas City metropolitan?
Yep. That's savealifenow.org.
Awesome. Awesome. And Guy, we really look forward to that event on July 22nd. I know it's going to be, well, there's going to be a lot of fun things planned with potentially if you win the staycation here in Topeka with the Greater Topeka Partnership and visit Topeka. But as well, like you said, every blood donation saves, or could save up to 3 lives. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Awesome. And any other upcoming blood drives that folks should know about here in Topeka?
Oh, geez. I mean, there's blood drives going on all the time. We've got not this week, but next week at the VA there in town, the Colmy O'Neill VA at Westridge Mall on July 8th. At KU St. Francis, they've always got regular blood drives. They're going on all the time. So again,
Good.
just go to www.savealifenow.org and just see what's going on. Take a look what's going on. See what's nearby you. I know Topeka is there. It's a big town. I know people live down on the south side. Don't typically, find their way up to the north side of town and vice versa. So
Sure.
just see what's nearby you and see what fits your schedule. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find something that works with your schedule. So we hope to see everybody. We could really use everybody's help in this moment and into the future for sure. So.
Awesome, guy. Well, thank you again for joining us this morning. Again, we really hope that Forge members can get out to the Marvin Auditorium at the Topeka Shawnee County Public Library on July 22nd. And if they're not able to, again, there are other opportunities and plenty of other options available for you. So again, make sure you check out the Topeka Community Blood Center. And we look forward to seeing you on July 22nd, Guy, and look forward to getting our Forge members out there to see you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. Thanks.